Okay, welcome back everybody to the Roulette of Sadness Naked Gaming Edition with the first game of the Loser's Revenge Wheel here on tournament number 2, Murder on the Titanic for the PC. Okay guys, so we need to interact with this. We gotta use the powder and brush to basically have to click many times here to actually see the hand. It looks like no fingerprints were left behind. I think that's all what there is to it. So when some of these things on the corner like the journal, the map shine, it means that it's time to either read, even though this is optional, but the map thing is mandatory. The imprint of man's hand reveals no fingerprints, perhaps because the owner of the hand was wearing gloves. Actually, I see a glove there, but you do not interact with that. This could make a good lever. Now I just need a fulcrum. I'll have to clear a path to get there first. And that's how you use it, basically as a lever to get rid of all the rest of the mess, the pipes or whatever. You move the box again, and you continue on. It appears an oil barrel was overturned. Those stairs are impassable until it is clean. I can take you the long way around. No need, I'm sure CRG can clean the way much faster. Of course, I have to do all the dirty work for you, bearded motherfucker. So, dude, for some reason this fucking area, or this scene, took me forever because I didn't realize that all of these things have to be placed on the shallows here. But it didn't take, it took me like 6 minutes or 7 minutes to realize that that was my primary objective. Yeah, basically I was able to take all of these tools, but I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know if I had to interact with one another or something, but no. All I needed to do is place them up here and voila, you win. So I'm saving you a good 5 minutes if I didn't realize this earlier. Of course there will be lots of failure like this, of me getting stuck in easy puzzles when I do the blind part out of this playthrough again. I already played around 35-40 minutes. Basically for me to get used to the game, or get to remember things. I'm not even reading the things here, I just know that the tools that you interact with are supposed to be placed over there. And a monkey wrench, I don't know where that is, I can't see it. Down there. So yeah, I think that took me like 6 or 7 minutes. I solved it now in 1 minute. The oil makes those stairs too slick. We'll need to clean them up to move forward. So first this, and now we mop them out. Thank you, CRG. Now let's continue forward. There you are, Professor. I was beginning to think you might have lost your way. Well, we experienced a few delays on our way here, but we might have gained some valuable information. And who is this fine gentleman? I be nobody's gentleman, mate. I'm GB O'Halloran, shift boss here for the tenders working in old Titanic's guts. I am the one that found poor Chucky's body. Chucky? Jeez. Yeah, Charles Taylor. We called him Chucky. He weren't much of an experienced shoveler, but he tried hard. Just like you being a boss. He was late for his shift, so I was headed for the crew quarters to look for him when I stumbled across his body. He didn't look like he had no accidents. I love his double negations. Thank you, Mr. O'Halloran. We'll have a look about and maybe have some more questions for you later. That's the dead body. We're getting some tape. It's a little too dark to see that. I mean, I see it. But yeah, you need the lights so you can get the magnets. And what else can be taken? Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Let's zoom in. It is stuck. I'll need to find a way to get the wrench without opening it. And that's when the magnet comes in handy. Hello? Alright, it's a little bit too precise with where exactly you have to place the object. It's not like a huge area that you can cover. See? It's really finicky. We have found a possible murder weapon. Judging by the bruise on the back of poor Mr. Taylor's neck, I suspect he might have been bludgeoned from behind. Poor Chucky, it wasn't supposed to end like this for him. He got dreams, always going about some woman he was going to meet in the States. A woman, you say? Let's take a closer look at Mr. Taylor. So yeah, now the dead body becomes a hidden object game. I'm gonna drink a little bit. Pepsi today. So, 10 photograph pieces. Well, these are the obviously scattered. I still need to find one more, and that one is in the penis. No, actually no. It's right here. Of course I have to make a penis joke, otherwise it wouldn't be me. It looks like we have gathered all the fragments to this turn-up photograph. Can you try piecing them back together? My eyesight is not what it used to be. You lazy fuck. But these puzzles are easy. They maybe take time. Okay, when it makes a noise, it means they are in the correct place. Always make sure to work with the borders first. When it makes a noise, of course, it is in the right place. Okay. I could skip it right now, but let's solve it. It's fun to solve things like this. Wait, that isn't the right position? There it is. Now the face of the dude. Now the other part of the head of the dude. And the tie. What about the rest of the borders? All these pieces are fucking together. Okay, there's one at the top here. Wait. Why isn't it registering it? Weird. This is the corner. Oh, I know why. There we go. What about the bottom part? You see the remaining border at the top. Easy. There is a piece missing. Oh, there it is. Easy life. And apparently the face of the woman was erased. Probably she was too ugly. Or she is. So who's this mysterious woman in the photograph with Mr. Taylor? Might she factor into the murder of a simple coat tender? Coal, not coat. Curious, a photograph of Mr. Taylor and a woman he held dear, but why has her face been removed? Chucky was always going on about that one. Said he and her were going to make a life in America when the Titanic reached port, but he never said who she was. Is it possible she is aboard this ship? We must investigate further. I think we have gathered enough clues here. Where did Mr. Taylor work? He worked with me in boiler number 2, or boiler room number 2. I can show you the right away. Yes, that would be most appreciated. Very well then, Professor, I'll take my leave. If you don't mind, I've still a ship to run and there be icebergs are plenty this night. Well, sir, you don't know anything. Click here to move to a new location. That's when... Well, actually, I interacted with the journal instead of the map. But yeah, you're supposed to go to a next location. So basically all of these photographs that are in blue means that you cannot go to those places. This is where Chucky worked. Like I said, he weren't the most experienced shoveler, but he worked up a decent enough sweat. Even tried to learn the rest of us on how to read in his spare time. He always had these cards with letters on them, showing us how to spell different words. Interesting, Mr. Taylor was a coal tender with more than a rudimentary education. No offense, Mr. O'Halloran, but that does seem a little bit unusual. I don't take no offense, Professor, again with the double negations. I never much had time for learning growing up without me, whatever that means. But Chucky was helping me. I'm gonna miss that bloke. Or bloke. Let's have a look about, shall we? No telling what we might find. So we got a handle. We remove that shit. It looks like one of the handles snapped off. I bet I can find what I need to fix it nearby. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I know. Here we have another hint of the game. We're gonna play it. Probably this is the last thing I'm gonna be doing today, actually. So we're gonna find a cup, a jackknife, a rope, cork, schematic. Right there. Buckle, saw. Again, I'm familiar with lots of these objects, so that's why I'm gonna find them real quick. So probably by part 4 or part 5 I'm gonna start with the blind run as such. And there will be time for me to get stuck and make stupid mistakes, wasting time in easy puzzles, and things like that. All your favorites together. Cork. Rope. Is that a candle? No. A cup. Jackknife. Candle. Apple. Apple is easy. Emergency lights. Alarm, alarm, police reference. Turbine, rotor. Bagel. Peanut. That was the metal clamp. Yes, it was. 4 more items. Bottle. Gotta pay attention here behind. That was the jackknife. A cupcake. No, that doesn't count. Cup and candle is the only item left. Right there, okay. No need to use a hint. So now we can use this thing. Clamp first, then the handle. So we'll remove that shit. Nothing of much use so far, but no harm in checking the cold chute. Give me a lever. Give it a lever, the pull. Or a pull. Well, look at that. There is some of them cards that I was talking about. It cast evil in. An interesting phrase, but what does it mean? Who knows? Jackie was always spelling out words and phrases for us. Each card has a different letter. I wonder if the phrase itself is a result of a random chance. Perhaps Mr. Taylor was trying to communicate something with the cards and they got mixed up. Do you suppose those same letters might be rearranged in some other manner that might make more sense? So this is when, guys, I'm gonna stop today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week with more episodes of Murder on the Titanic.